Welcome to part 2 of my discussion on sunscreens. Today we're going to talk about chemical sunscreens. This is a really huge category of ingredients. There's certainly not enough time in a reel to discuss all the different chemical filters. There's something like 17 that are currently FDA approved in the US, but I want to give you a general overview of what they are and how they work. So these are chemicals that will absorb into the skin before they become active. So usually you want to apply them at least 15 minutes before going outside. And then once you do interact with that UV radiation, these filters will absorb that radiation and then release it as harmless infrared. And that does create a little bit of heat. So that could potentially be irritating to skin that is compromised or sensitized. So typically post-procedure or sensitized skin will do a little bit better with the physical sunscreen. Now, some of these filters are unstable. Some could potentially be systemically absorbed, and that gives a lot of providers pause, and they might prefer to only carry physical SPFs. Typically, you're going to find a mix of 2 to 4 different chemical filters to give you a nice amount of protection. There are 2 specifically that have been banned in Hawaii and Florida due to coral reef concerns, and those would be oxybenzone and octinoxate. These are used very, very commonly, so if you're planning a vacation to one of those areas, you want to look closely at your labeling. And know that, there are some downsides to chemical sunscreens, but there is one very big upside, and that is the fact that it blends beautifully with all skin tones, as opposed to physical sunscreens that are very white and chalky. So I always say the best sunscreen for someone is the one that they actually will use. So if you sell a physical sunscreen to someone and they hate the way it looks or feels and they don't wear it, it's not a benefit to them. So I would definitely recommend carrying a mix of different formulas in your practice so that you have something for everyone.